Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm the Skin Connoisseur UK. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about blackheads. I know firsthand how annoying blackheads can be, especially when you're trying to perfect the base of your skin, have an overall more smoother and even texture, and also when it comes to helping your skincare products work much more effectively. So we're going to delve right into it today. If you've not been to my channel before, do have a look around for all your skincare and your aesthetic needs. Do like this video, subscribe to my channel, share all that good stuff, and let's get straight into it. What are blackheads? Blackheads are actually blocked hair follicles. The term blackhead comes from the dark appearance that can appear due to this nature of the blocked hair follicles. Blackheads are actually a very mild form of acne which commonly appears on the face. They do commonly appear in more of the sweaty areas. So for example, if you're oily or combination skin, you're more likely to have more appearance of blackheads compared to someone with dry skin, for example. So when we think of our more sweaty areas, we can think of the T-zone that produces a lot of oils. And of course, if you're oily skin type, it can be across the whole entire face. So believe it or not, blackheads don't actually always form on the face. You can also get them on the back, across the chest area, your neck, your arms, and even your shoulders. This form of acne is incredibly common, and everybody is due to experience this at one point in their lives or another. So if you are suffering with blackheads, do not fear, do not be alarmed. But fear not, these can usually be easily treated with over-the-counter products, prescriptive products, and we're going to get right into that in this video. How do blackheads form, you must be asking? Blackheads form when one of your hair follicles become plugged or clogged. So each hair follicle, of course, has one hair, but also a gland known as a sebaceous gland, which produces oil. And this oil is what helps to keep your skin texture really smooth. So when this hair follicle becomes clogged, the oil then begins to build up, attracting, of course, bacteria and dirt, causing the blackheads. In addition to the dead skin cells and the dirt, the bacteria and all that stuff collecting within the follicle, exposure to the air gives it a black appearance. So that's when we then categorize that as a blackhead or a comedone. In contrast, if this follicle remains completely closed with the trapped oils and sebum within the hair follicle, that's when it turns into something known as a whitehead, or also a pustule. This can also be really annoying, but of course, like blackheads, is also easily treatable. The second cause is irritation of the hair follicles if you have dead skin on the face and it's not being shedded in a timely basis. So this is why it's really important to exfoliate at least 2 to 3 times a week, have regular facials if you can afford it, and just maintain the overall health of your skin to help ensure that the dead skin cells on your face are not irritating these follicles and helping you to maintain an even overall skin tone. The third cause is hormonal changes. If it's your time of the month or coming up to that time, if you're on birth control, contraception, or if you're in the menopause as well, all of these can factor the amount of oil that's being produced on and within the skin, and these changes of course can then impact the hair follicle, causing it to become clogged. The fourth most common cause is dependent on steroids. So if you're taking steroid medication such as your corticosteroids, it's not entirely sure how corticosteroids cause blackheads and acne, but it has been found that it can impact your immune system, and due to your weakened immune system plus the increase of an acne forming bacteria on the surface of the skin, that can increase your chance of getting acne. Another type of medication is your lithium. So lithium is commonly used for, I believe, mental health patients. So if you do take lithium as part of your medication, that can dry out the skin, and of course we know with dry skin that can increase the amount of dead skin cells present, the amount of flaking, and if this is not managed carefully, that can also then block the follicles, increasing your chances of getting blackheads and acne. So do be mindful if you are taking those medications, and potentially if your acne is really affecting you, if you are on these, then of course speak with your GP or designated health professional about maybe if there's an alternative you can take, for example, to help control the signs and symptoms. The biggest one is diet. There's a lot of talk about dairy and excess sugar that can basically cause acne, and even though it's commonly debated, there's no actual staple research supporting the idea. So I don't really know what to say about that, but of course do make sure you're drinking your 2 liters of water a day, just to help control your blood sugar levels anyway, because that's really important, not just for your skin but for the overall maintenance of your body and your organs. Okay, so if you are suffering from acne and blackheads, fear not. There is many different types of treatments available that you can use. So of course, depending on your severity of blackheads/acne, you might be able to have this easily treated just by popping into your local pharmacy or your chemist and just basically explaining to them, or even showing them the blackheads that you're suffering with, and they may be able to recommend you something over the counter. This can be the most cheaper option if your blackheads aren't that bad, or maybe you don't have a wide enough budget, but this is probably the first step that you should take if you do have blackheads, you're suffering with them, you've tried some other methods and they're just not working. The next available treatment that you can do, of course, if you are into your skincare, maybe if you're a fellow skin therapist, for example, have a look online. You can go on something like, Face the Future is a really, really good website, because you can put in your skin concern and they will list a bunch of products such as exfoliants, for example, that will be really beneficial for you in your skin routine to help gently exfoliate the skin, rid of the dead skin cells, and basically help you to manage and prevent these blackheads. The third other option that you could take is popping into your GP if you can get an appointment. But contacting your GP is going to be the most useful step. Oftentimes for not, your GP may be specifically trained in the dermatological aspect of patient care. So if you manage to get an appointment with your GP, go in face to face or send a picture, I don't know how your GP operates, and basically tell them the blackheads that you're dealing with and suffering with, how long you've been suffering with them for, and then depending on the severity of your symptoms, they may prescribe you a specific cream, a prescription strength cream, more likely than not containing a chemical known as benzoyl peroxide, and this basically helps to, in a gentle way, sanitize the skin, which helps to control the amount of acne that's being produced, the amount of oil that's being produced on the skin, and then help you to maintain healthy skin with limited blackheads, basically. The next option the GP could take is to give you something like antibiotics or some other form of medication to help you manage and relieve these symptoms. Other treatments that can include retinoids, your melanin suppressors such as your azelaic acids, and believe it or not, the contraceptive pill. The combined contraceptive pill can be quite useful in helping to regulate the amount of oil that's being produced on the skin. So with a background in sexual health, a lot of patients would actually come in just to use it to help control their acne. So this is another option that you can look into. Of course, course discuss with your designated health professional, do your research, and yeah, decide on that before just going ahead and taking the pill. So the next treatment options are my most favorite, preferably being a little bit biased here, but if you can afford it, you can go to one of the more private specialist skin clinics where all the staff, the doctors and the nurses and the therapists in there are specifically dermatologically trained. So if you go in with your presented problem, they know about it and they can then treat it, as opposed to your GP who's more broadly trained in not just skin but other things. Different topic. But if you go into one of these designated clinics, they can offer some more advanced skin treatments for you that you might not be able to get at a GP, for example. So in these clinics, these treatments can include chemical pills, which I love and I'm an advocate for. So you can get a chemical pill. We have our light ones, our medium ones, and of course our much more aggressive, deeper strength pills. So these pills basically help to exfoliate the skin. They can be quite harsh, quite painful, but it's just one exfoliation and that will help to shed all the dead skin cells off your face, give you a nice, refreshed, radiant, glowy, youthful appearance, and you more likely than not, you won't have blackheads afterwards, depending on how strong the pill is. But if not, you will significantly notice a reduction in the amount of blackheads. And of course, we have, you know, your at-home treatments. If you're not looking after your skin, you should try. And that is of course on you. So if you're aware that you're not particularly taking great care of your skin at home, then that's something that you need to look into, something you need to research and you need to basically implement, because you can spend all this money, for example, going to, you know, your GP, buying these prescriptions or going to specialist clinics for these products. But if you're not looking after your skin at home, then more likely than not, these blackheads are going to come back and you probably will face more problems with your skin. So do look into creating a skincare routine, speak with a professional, have a designated and customized skincare routine made for you. Do use an SPF as well. I can't stress it enough. An SPF is very important to basically protect the skin, and even when you do extract these blackheads, keeping that skin free from the chances of developing sunburn or developing hyperpigmentation in that area. You can also purchase something like an at-home steamer. These are really great for helping you to extract. When I say extract, I basically mean like squeezing the area basically to get rid of the built up sebum and oils within that area. So do have a look at some at-home steamers. I have one I got from TK Maxx. It was only about £20 and it's a useful investment, you know. The third option that you could do as well, if you are taking care of your skin at home or learning to, you can purchase a comedone extractor from Amazon, and in combination with your steamer, this will be really beneficial just for helping you to again remove the buildup of oil and sebum in these areas such as the nose, for example. So there are different methods out there. Start with your at-home routine first and see how you get on, and then of course take your methodological step from there on how to treat your blackheads and your acne. But overall, it is fairly easily treatable. There's lots of options out there, so if you do suffer from this, don't give up. Things will get better. It's just a bit annoying, especially if you're like a teenager as well, where you're going through all those hormonal changes within the skin. So yeah. Okay, so this is focused specifically on blackheads. If you'd like to know more about acne, leave a comment below and I can work on getting that video out, because acne is incredibly common as well. And before rounding up this video, I thought I'd drop in some links on how you can get some support if you are dealing with acne or blackheads and it's something that is impacting your mood and affecting your daily life, basically. So the British Association of Dermatologists, they run a charity known as Acne Support, and this gives advice about acne, including how to basically treat and manage your symptoms. And there's also some message boards and blogs out of there where you can basically communicate with other people who are dealing with the same issues with you. And there's also another page known as Talk Health, and they provide free acne support and information if this is something that you are dealing with. Finally as well, makeup can be useful to help you cover your blackheads if it really is bothering you. The makeup you need to be going for is mineral makeup. So that's brands like Bare Minerals. There are probably some others out there. I will link them in the description box below. But this can be used as a temporary alternative to help you cover up these blackheads. But ultimately, it's quite good to help make your skin just breathe by not wearing makeup, if that's something that you can avoid. Understandably, some people need to wear it for work, etc. But yeah, I'm gonna finish off this video here. I do hope that you found this very useful. That's all my information on blackheads. Of course, leave comments down below if you have any questions, etc, and I'll get back to you. And yeah, I hope you guys have a fab day, a fab week, and I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Goodbye.